Hi, I'm Dave Klein for Axonius Federal Systems. With perimeter end-of-life gear and software causing such havoc in federal government environments, U.S. CISA has introduced its first binding operational directive in about 14 months. It's called BOD 2602. So what is it all about? It demands continuous discovery and replacement of perimeter end-of-life gear and software, and most importantly, not a one-time thing. It will demand that agencies will implement a continuous and ongoing practice of proof. Manually, this would be a Herculean effort. I'm not sure how they would do it, but for agencies with Axonius and the add-on software management and exposures modules, it's a breeze. And I know this from talking to several of my technical account managers, talking about how they've done this for their customers really easily. And that's what I'm here to show you today in the Axonius solution itself. For those of you who aren't familiar with Axonius, we are a cyber asset management and orchestration solution that allows you to reduce risk and optimize your cybersecurity deployments and reduce costs by finding unused licenses and duplicate efforts. We're deployed all over the U.S. government, from the Defense Department to civilian agencies and IC agencies, so most likely your agency is already a customer of ours. We achieve what we do by taking all of your existing cybersecurity solutions and their siloed data and combine them intelligently into a single source of truth that then allows you to take action by easily creating playbooks. We handle things in an automated and continuous fashion, which is what BOD 2602 requires, as well as all the other standards today from like the NIST 800 series, RMF, CMMC, things like that. And we do all this without additional agents, without additional spanner taps, and no additional network scans. It makes it really easy for you. Okay, enough talk. Let me show you exactly how Axonius, with the added software management and exposure modules, allow you to meet BOD 2602 easily. All right, enough talk. Let's actually show you how this works. This is the front end of the Axonius interface. So very important to understand for those who don't have Axonius, we work on the API sets of 1,400 different COTS and GOTS solutions, and we add to it every day exponentially. If you have a solution that we don't cover, we add it for you free of cost. That's part of the charge of having Axonius. And these connections, we call them adapters. So the API sets we call adapters, and you can see them collecting data in an environment to see what is there. It is so easy to work with adapters versus the legacy way of doing things. So in the legacy way of doing things, you had additional agents, which of course is a problem because if you don't know something's out there, it's Phantom IT, it won't have an agent on it. Number two, the other way legacy systems kind of work like this is they do span, ports, or taps. And as you know, that's very 1990s. Great music in the 90s, but that's about it. It's arduous. You can't keep up with modern technology that way. So again, we use API sets, and that's easy to add them. You simply go to the adapter section. You can see all of them here. It's searchable in all different ways. And the important thing to take away from it is we give you a task list for each one. What is the task list? This is the way you go through step by step, screenshot by screenshot to add them to the system. You add them once, it's there, you're good to go. So it's really easy to get these things going. Once you're there, you are then going to see things come into the system. So we take everything in, we aggregate, we normalize and deduplicate, and then what we're going to do is augment the data we see. And in this situation here, the exposures module and the software module are necessary because in BOD, we need to track CVEs and KVEs to see what's out there, as well as end of life, end of support. And the first one is exposures, is KVEs and CVEs. And as far as end of life, that's the software module. So here we're going to go through, and I've created two queries already. One query is vulnerability instances with the exposures module. I found all the CVEs and KVEs they want to know about for this BOD 2602. We see we have 60 items. The beauty here is I can take the query I just did here, automate it so it checks every day, and goes to our action center where we're going to create an automated playbook to fix things. Now, these tasks over here are pulling in from API sets I have in my environment. In this case, I'm creating a ServiceNow ticket, sending a Slack message to the techs, using Cisco ICE to go ahead and make a policy to put this in quarantine, update the ticket, and then tell the team's people to remove the device if there's failure things here. But keep in mind, this is my environment, not yours. You may simply go here, and when you go to add an action, this will be the list of things you could do. So the beauty here is those 1,400 API sets, we're not just bringing information in, we're allowing you to act. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm here at Axonius, was I've been following them for a long time. They could visualize stuff. When they were able to take those API sets and respond, then I said, great, this is a cyber asset and orchestration product I am interested in. So beyond the exposure side of the house, we have end of life, end of support. So you can see here I have an end of life, end of support. And by the way, you don't need to know JSON. It's right here. We also have, in some cases, if you want to bring an AI to write the queries for you, no big deal. But again, in this query, I'm looking for end of life, end of support. And this one is a simple one, just showing which ones are expired. In the ones in production, people will do expired, 30, 60, 90, and a year out. So the 4 different queries to be able to tell them not just what is bad now, but what is going to become bad. And that's part of the BOD as well. So in this case here, I have a task list for that as well, like I did with the other one. And again, this is based on my environment. Yours might be different. So you just pop that button and see what you want to add to go ahead and take care of things. The final thing with BOD 2602 that we help with is the reporting aspect, right? The idea is you're not just doing this once. This is continuous. And by the way, BOD 2602 is not the first one to do this. All the NIST 800 standards, RMF, CMMC, all require you to do things continuously, and BOD 2602 is doing it as well. So we have a whole thing, you can scroll down and see it. The first section A is about scope. B is about end of support, end of life, hardware, and some software, like operating systems. C is software end of life specifically. And D gets into, hey, show me all the KEVs that are in your environment and the CVEs in your environment and how you're taking care of them and trending them out over time. So again, this is what our customers are doing live today in production for BOD 2602. We make it easy for them. I'm Dave Klein. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you come back to see some more videos. Have a great day.